Uh, Hi, Randy Churchill, the Churchill team, eXp Realty, Lafayette, California. It's online today with Jessica Hensley, Kansas eXp. Jessica, thank you for joining us today.
Hey, Randy, thanks for having me. This is a great idea. I love this series.
Yeah, it's just just bringing on realtors from around the country. It's great that it's not not our typical marketplace or even typical socioeconomic or just different views from different places in the U.S. And actually, I got somebody coming on from Canada here in the next couple of weeks.
Very
Uh,
cool.
yeah, so tell us a little bit about. It looks like you just muted yourself there.
Yeah, I have a podcast, and I know if you mute, when you're not speaking, if you mute yourself, you don't get feedback. So that's what I do. It's just out of habit.
All right, all right. So Jessica, tell us about Jessica and Jessica's company.
Okay. Okay, so obviously I'm a real estate agent and I'm located in Southeast Kansas. I'm right on the border, Oklahoma. So I started out in Oklahoma. I was going to OSU, and I see you have.
Boo.
Yep. So go Pokes. But yeah, so I was there. I was 18 and I decided to get my real estate license through some crazy family circumstances. But you know what? That's why I'm here now. So yeah, so I got started back then, got married. My husband moved me to Kansas. He had to go to Oklahoma to find a good wife. And so, yep, so we moved back home, his home, Kansas, and that's where I'm at.
Well, that's quite a our stories aren't that much different. I started real estate at 22 in 1992 and worked for my mother's company that was actually Heritage Real Estate, not Heritage Homes. So there it is. And that was a Better Homes and Gardens way back then. So tell us
Cool.
a little bit about, your marketplace, average home sale.
Yeah.
How many units are you guys doing? What is
Yeah.
your team doing?
So in 2015, well, actually 2014, my broker, I was with United Country for 11 years. And my broker, he passed away unexpectedly. He got pancreatic cancer with like 2 weeks. He was gone, and so it was pretty devastating. And I looked around at my options. I had to transfer my license, obviously. And I didn't really like my options. So my husband and I decided, you know what, we're going to start our own company. So 2015 became an independent boutique broker, and I had kind of had a mediocre career up until that point. But then in 2015, when we opened our own company, I was number one in the MLS. So I went from selling hardly any units to selling the most units, which was a lot of work, and we were very grateful for it. But I soon figured out I did
Hold
not
on,
want
Jessica.
to be a broker. Yeah.
But what did you change to go from mediocre to top?
You know, there's a lot, I'm sure, but the main thing was my mindset. I think that where I wasn't being fed and I wasn't being mentored. I loved my broker. He was amazing. He was like a dad, but he didn't have, that coach mentality. He didn't have the outside of the box. He was very old school. And I found myself just really not knowing what to do. I'd go to work. To his office, I would look at my computer and be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. It was like that for years. And I tried hustling. I called for sell by owners, and on occasion I had success, but then that's also when, the crash happened. Right when I quit my job and I thought I can do this real estate thing full time in 2007 and 2008. I couldn't sell a house. But our market is also a little different than yours. We are in a very rural community. The entire county is about 30,000 people. The average price here hovers right around 100 to 120 for a single family home. Prices have started to creep up a little bit, but they're still way ridiculous low compared to the rest of the country.
Well,
So
you'd be
tell a lot.
shocked at our average sales price. So the town I'm in right now, really is starter homes 1.8 million.
That's insane.
And it's
And
crazy.
I've heard people complain like you can't be a new homeowner, have an average job, and even afford to get in your market.
I mean, I was just showing a teardown yesterday at 2.2 million.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be bulldozed. That's awesome. So talk to me about your decision making from KW to EXP. And kind of going back in our journey to EXP, I mean, we started looking at EXP in January of 2019, which I keep reminding my mom that when stock was at $10, and we probably should have made that move at that moment. So tell me about your journey.
Yeah, so as I said, was an independent broker. I was bringing on agents. Success kind of is a magnet sometimes for the new agents. They get excited. But I found I did not want to be a broker at the end of the day. I didn't want to be responsible for their license. I didn't want to be responsible to train them. I didn't want to, be sued. I mean, it was a lot more work and responsibility than I wanted. So because of that, I decided to make my brokerage a team, and we moved our team as a mega agent office to Keller Williams. Ironically, I was looking at Keller Williams and eXp at the same time. I'm like, came this close to doing it in 2017, and I kind of kick myself for not doing that. But everything happens for a reason. I'm grateful for my time at KW. I learned a lot, went through a lot of their training, so that was great. And then simultaneously through all of that, I decided to launch a coaching company because I had a 2-year-old whenever I opened my brokerage and became number one. And I thought, if I could do it, I'm not special. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So why don't I make a formula, make a path for this, and show other moms how to do it. And so that's what we did. Our company is called Real Estate Mega Moms, and they can find us on Facebook. Anybody that's interested.
Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we're going to get back to Mega Moms.
Okay.
So it's funny is when you tell people you're at eXp or another agent, a Call Banker, Keller Williams, Compass, they sort of think it's, all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, you can't be that good, and I kind of try to explain to them a little bit, not only our you and I know each other off Facebook chats, our upline or it's so much information that we do get from collaboration, etc. That, that's one part of it. But when I say at the end of the year, our commission split is going to be around 115%. And they just go, no way, it's all smoke and mirrors. So, just kind of let us know how eXp's changed your life or your business.
Yeah, so I wanted to make the move to eXp, as opposed to Keller Williams, mainly because, 2 reasons. Because of the national platform that I have, it's a lot easier conversation with eXp than Keller Williams, because Keller is very, it's market center driven, and culture at every market center is so different, right? So I couldn't be aligned with people across the country as easy as I can now with eXp. So that was one reason. But another reason, as my team grew and went through different changes and things like that, people would move on, right? They would do other things. Well, with eXp, this is like the only company I've ever been with where I can say, awesome, go, I'm excited for you. I want you to succeed. I want you to outgrow me. You're still in my family. We don't have to disown each other. And that's kind of what happens on teams, I feel like, or brokerages. When people leave, you just sever that relationship. And I was so tired of that.
No, that's a great point. I think in real estate, it's hard to find a brokerage that is agent centric as much as eXp is. And you do see it. I mean, Kyle Whistle, when we first met Kyle was talking about one of his top producers that went out and, built his own team. Now he's a mega team, and actually a mega icon as well. But, Kyle said, I'm benefiting from that. I helped him and I'm still helping him.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word, it's employee owned. I mean,
yeah.
And, we all have great pride that, somebody that came up in our system who's out there selling it our own, it's like, go kill it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're spot on that it's agent centric. It's, we're all here to win.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to see you win. I want to see, Kenny win. I want to see Jeremy win. It's fun.
Yeah. I've never been at a company that's so free with their information. And I really don't want to bash Keller because there are so many great things. That's just the only other experience I
Oh, I know
have.
some, and I know some great agents at Keller, and
Absolutely. Yeah.
and they've drank the Kool-Aid.
But I think here's the difference, in my opinion. People at the top are a lot more accessible to me anyway with eXp than they ever were with Keller, right? I had to buy into the masterminds, I had to buy into the coaching, I had to buy into the events. I don't have to do that here to get access to the top people. You know what I mean? Like
I think,
that's a big difference.
I mean, this is how crazy is it that on our text, our Facebook Messenger, our Monday meetings, Dan Beer's on there, Kyle Whistle's on there. I mean, these are guys that are sharing their playbook that are doing $600 to $1 billion in real estate. It's really mind blowing. I mean, Kenny Fast, who is in the same marketplace as us, that I text Kenny and Kenny just sends me whatever I need.
Yeah.
You just don't see that at other companies.
No, they're literally sharing their whole Dropbox, with all of their information. I mean, it's insane. I mean, yeah. So I'm sold on eXp.
I've shared, it's funny. It's, our previous brokerages, I would never share our listing book.
Right.
And, I'll email it to anybody now. It's all win.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's how eXp has changed my life. It's just a more of an abundant mentality, abundant mindset. I'm not limited to my local market anymore. I can grow passive income. I can be an owner of the company through stock. There's just a lot of opportunity.
100% agree. So personally, eXp, how has eXp personally changed the Hensley household?
Well, I mean, obviously we have some financial benefit for sure. I have 58 in my rev share. My partner, because we kind of do this together, Randy Mendez. So the two of us, she has 96 in hers. And so, that's starting to add up, which is starting to be, a life-changing for us financially. But even just the collaboration, for example, I don't know if are you part of Curtis's mastermind that's going on right now, the accountability, the extreme accountability?
I am not. I heard it's great.
It is. So I got in it, and of course there was an application, and I think he took 100. But each week I've been paired with an accountability person, and I have some health goals even, right? And so the last 4 weeks that I've been part of that, I've been reaching my health goals. Anyway, so that's a personal win that I've had here recently.
I think that's important as we talk to, our newer agents. And when we talk about accountability, it's not just making 5 phone calls a day or 25 conversations or whatever the goal is. It's personal goals, it's fitness goals, health goals. And it's just, I agree. Accountability is huge on our team as well.
Well, and it's surrounding yourself with people that are better than you. If you are the biggest fish, that you're not going to get any bigger. You're not going to get any better.
I think that it's funny you say that. It's fun being at eXp where I'm scoreboard driven, and you see a Dan Beer and et cetera, and you go, okay, I want to be that guy. I mean, our production isn't, so if you're the big fish in a small pond and your production's really good, you think you're all that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you come into our, upline and you're like, well, I'm not really all that.
Right.
So yeah, huge motivation to grow, to, just get our game better.
And I didn't answer your question on units because I cannot brag about volume. Or about number, price range. I can brag about units. So I think I sold 108 myself last year. I have 2 assistants. And then my team, we were at around 150 and we have 3 other agents. So yeah, that's where we're at.
See, and it's interesting is for, the way eXp is set up on the icon, it's based on units.
Yeah.
and not volume. So, some of our agents, it's harder for them to get there.
Right.
You hit your number and then you go 20 more transactions. The 20 transactions is a little bit tougher. We'd have so few transactions
Yeah.
compared to that marketplace.
Yeah.
But that's a great point. So, where do you see your team going in the next 1, 3, 5 years with eXp?
Well, locally, I like the setup we have now. I teach people how to build teams, and the way I have
We're
found,
getting to that.
I know the way I found to build the best, for me, the best model. I like simple, and for me, again, this could be different for other people, but for me, admin heavy teams work really well. And then when you bring on other agents on your team, kind of being the sprinkle on top, like I don't want them to rely on me for everything, So I just want to be here to be supportive, and then we can send them leads and get compensated that way, like a referral almost.
Mhm.
So that's where I see our team growing. Again, small population. I also see me and my partner Randy having a collective, like Fast Forward Movement, but us having ours is called Mega Agent Collective, and I see that growing. My goal is to have 500 in our collective by January next year.
That's an awesome goal. I look forward to watching that. That's a big number. All right, Mega Moms. Is it no dads in Mega Moms?
No dads allowed. Women
Okay.
only.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Mega Moms.
So it was birthed out of a need for community with other moms that were doing the same thing I was doing and seeing the same struggles I was having. Having to show houses in between nap times, and do you take your kid on showings? How do you keep them entertained? All of the things. And so I couldn't find that at the time. I started our group in 2016. So I think we were one of the first mom groups out there, which is one of the reasons we grew so quickly. Now there's a lot of them, which is amazing. I love that there's so many options and support for women out there. But yeah, that's how it started. And then we've kind of evolved into a coaching company and consulting company, and we get to help moms create a business and a life that they love.
Well, when we get off here, we should put the link below this video so moms could reach out and find Jessica.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you can just type in Real Estate Mega Moms. That's our website, our Instagram, our Facebook. So, yeah.
All right. Do you allow fathers to follow you on Instagram?
Yeah. Anybody can follow.
All right. Okay. That's very good. I wasn't too left out there.
Well, I started a new Instagram. If you want to follow that, it's called eXp Bestie. And that's for anybody. But what my goal is there is I'm going to share the tools that eXp has to offer to anybody, eXp or non-eXp. But for those that are with eXp, some of you aren't using the tools that are available to you. And so I want to kind of showcase and highlight some of those tools.
Well, let's talk about eXp World for a minute. I think that's such a valuable tool to all of our agents, whether it's eXp University. I know one of our agents just did a class with Eric Lowry out of Cincinnati, and there's a huge value. Are you seeing your agents getting the same value out of eXp World or eXp University that I see?
Yeah, the ones that tap into it 100%. I love the fact that with the eXp, the people that are teaching are the best. They are the icon agents. That's who we want teaching those classes, which I think can be different at other companies. Sometimes you have someone that just likes to teach, but they're not in production. They haven't sold a house for 10 years, but they want to show you how to do it. That's not going to work very well. So yeah, absolutely. Going into the world and tapping into the classes every single week. There's I don't even know, 60, 100 hours worth of options each week.
Well, and I think that's another great point of eXp is these agents who, these icon agents are giving back to other agents.
Mhm.
I mean, you just don't. I mean, you're right. I mean, I've been to companies where there's a training agent, and that training agent may have sold two houses in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And my agent said, Eric Lowry. I said, I know Eric Lowry very well. And I said he's probably doing 200 to 300 houses a year in Cincinnati,
Yeah.
and that's the best of the best in that marketplace. And he's
Yeah.
giving back to eXp. I mean, it's sometimes I just get my mind blown at how cool the community is.
Yeah, for sure. Another underutilized tool is KV Core. Are
Mhm.
you using KV Core?
See, we don't use that because we use Commissions Inc. So all of our agents have a lead gen site through Commissions Inc.
Yeah.
One of my agents is kind of branching out and testing it a little bit, but I think KV Core is a huge value to the agents.
Yeah, especially a solo agent. So when I was, and the reason I'm so excited about KV Core, when I was a boutique office, I actually bought KV Core for my company,
Mhm.
and we paid $1,500 a month for it. To have that forward-facing website and all of the amazing features that it has, and now I can get it at no cost. And I supplement. I have Follow Up Boss as well, like Kyle. He won me over. But KV Core feeds to Follow Up Boss, so I don't have to have another public-facing website. I can still do all my lead gen through it, and I have used it so consistently. I mean, I know how to use it. So.
So let's talk about that. So you got a lead gen through KV Core. Are you buying any Google ads? Are you buying any pay per clicks or anything, or is it just pretty much
No.
local stuff?
Yeah, I'm not buying anything. I have the same domain that I've had, since 2015. So I show up
Mhm.
pretty high on Google, organically. Um, I I don't really pay for anything. I have a little bit of Zillow right now, just because I can't get them to call me back for me to cancel. I've been trying, but yeah, I'm still paying for that. But other than that, we post all of our listings. I'm a heavy listing agent. I typically have 20, 30 listings at a time. And so we post all of our listings every single week across our social media platforms and Craigslist, and that generates all the leads we need for my market. And I know every market's different. And of course, I have a very robust client contact plan, to build my sphere.
Although every market is, I think people get caught up in thinking every market is unique, and Craigslist Craigslist works in every market. As bizarre as that is, I mean, there's social media in every market. I think the people that get stuck, like you have, my market is unique, and I don't need to hear about other markets, are really getting lost. So, I just learned a few things from you right there, that you're back using Craigslist, and I think we need to go back to using it quite
Well,
a bit too.
I think the reason agents give up on it is because it does take a little bit more work.
Right.
These people may not be as far along in the process, but if you have a great lender, you have a credit repair partner, again, we are in a more entry level type market, so we still have those homes available and we still have those clients. And so if I can help them and take them along that journey, I will always have business.
And you're probably seeing a lot of FHA and VA products. That's We just had what our conforming is well over 900 now. So, that was a big jump for us. That's nice.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to add? This has been great.
No, thank you for the opportunity. I always like to share. It's odd for me to be on someone's show and to be interviewed. I'm normally the interviewer. So it's a nice change. So I'm honored that you asked me. I appreciate it.
100%. I feel like I got a new friend that happens to be a cowboy.
Don't hold it against me. I won't hold your school against you either. Did you go there? You said your son went
My
there, right?
son did, and
Okay.
he was a grain science major.
Okay.
But
Awesome.
he's actually back here. It's funny, is he went through 4 years of college to be a grain science major, and he's now a head brewer at a brewery.
When did he graduate?
December this last year.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The last time I
he
was
went
up,
to. I have
we
to
were.
laugh. He went to school to make beer. I mean, come on.
I mean, he probably spent a lot of time in Aggieville, I'm assuming.
He did, and actually, there's a cool new courtyard by Marriott right there in Aggieville too. So. Stayed there a few times. Well, Jessica, I thank you. And I look forward to seeing you in Messenger and exchanging more ideas. And I really appreciate you coming on here and sharing your experience at eXp. Good luck to you this year. And I look forward to seeing you at 500 next year.
Hey, if you have any investors that want to get in at a low price, we got lots of houses here in Kansas.
It sounds like it. All right, Jessica, I'll talk to you later.
Bye.